everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into Cross Season 2, Episode 4, titled Harden. Strap in because this episode is a whirlwind of revenge, moral dilemmas, and shocking twists. We're breaking down the full story from beginning to end, with all the details you need to understand the complex web of events surrounding Alex Cross, Kayla Craig, Lincoln Esteban, and the enigmatic vigilante Rebecca. If you haven't watched this episode yet, spoiler alert, everything from here on out will be discussed in full. Let's get into it. The episode opens with Alex Cross, Aldous Hodge, and Kayla Craig, Alona Tall, in Washington, D.C., meeting with a DHS prosecutor to discuss the shocking events surrounding Lincoln Esteban, Renee Moran. Lincoln has recently killed DHS agent Larson in self-defense after Larson attempted to illegally transport him to a secret location, likely intending to make Lincoln's death look like an escape gone wrong. The prosecutor, speaking off the record, reveals that Larson had been on the DHS radar for some time. Why? He was suspected of corruption, possibly collaborating with Crestbrook Industries in covering up their child trafficking operations. Unfortunately, Alex and Kayla cannot officially use this information. They decide to focus on the evidence they can pursue, leaving Washington with a sense of urgency, knowing that Lincoln isn't just a fugitive, he's a key to uncovering Crestbrook's darkest secrets. Back at MPD HQ, Alex and Kayla consult Roy about their next moves. Using notes from John Sampson, Isaiah Mustafa, they investigate cold cases where victims were missing fingers, a gruesome signature that ties into Lincoln's path of vengeance. Among these cold cases is Sheriff Mitch Morgan, murdered 12 years ago in Florida. This discovery triggers Alex's memory. A Hollywood, Florida casino coin was found in Lincoln's hideout in Chicago, linking him to Florida. It's clear. The next stop is Florida. Before departing, Alex welcomes Berto, Carlos Solorzano, into his household. Janelle, excited to meet him, even dusts off her Spanish to communicate with her foster brother. Damon is more cautious but supportive. With Berto settled, Alex and Kayla head to Florida, determined to catch Lincoln and uncover who he's really working with. In parallel, Kayla reconnects with Trey, Johnny Ray Gill, to pay him for helping track down Ibrahim Mustafa, Tevin Johnson, linked to Project Bad Religion, the shadowy program experimenting on soldiers suffering from extreme PTSD. Trey introduces Kayla to his team of elite hackers who operate out of a restaurant and can infiltrate any digital firewall. However, Trey doesn't simply hand over the files. He accesses the Project Bad Religion archive himself, uncovering a disturbing video, a PTSD-affected soldier committing suicide during an experiment, witnessed by a young Kayla. Trey, already an unhinged character with a penchant for drugs, violence, and reckless behavior, now fully comprehends the darkness in Kayla's past. At this point, Trey is in a moral gray area. Will he give the files to Kayla, use them to coerce her, or let the mastermind punish her? The tension here is palpable, leaving the audience questioning what his next move will be. Meanwhile, in Toledo, Ohio, the Department of Labor and Police raid a Crestbrook facility exploiting undocumented immigrant children. Among the workers is Blanca, Berto's sister. Nat Gankars informs Lance Durand, Matthew Lillard, who feigns ignorance, preferring to enjoy his wealth without facing the consequences of child labor. Paul Hartsfield, hired to manage these crises, is already dead, intensifying Lance's anger. Fortunately for him, the FBI hasn't connected the dots between the trafficking, raids, and Paul's death. He quickly begins planning damage control, showing the depth of his morally bankrupt genius. Samson and Vega continue their own side mission, clearing LaDonna, Samson's mother. All they have are cryptic initials, TK. In the meantime, Samson takes Berto under his wing, reassuring him that he is safe and part of a family, much like Samson once was with Alex. Berto's story hints at a hopeful reunion with his sister Blanca by season's end. As Lincoln recovers from his harrowing journey from Texas to Florida, he meets Rebecca, Janine Mason. Together with Claire, she evaluates evidence Lincoln has gathered on Crestbrook, proof that the company used child labor and even influenced the DHS illegally. Lincoln had tried legal avenues, but every lawsuit was stonewalled. Impressed by his determination, Rebecca offers him new documents, housing, and a plane ticket. She hides him in the casino where she works, preparing a new identity for him. Here, a romantic subplot emerges. Rebecca and Lincoln, drawn together by mutual admiration and obsession, share a passionate encounter. While initially surprising, it aligns with Rebecca's character. She gravitates toward those who worship her or share her sense of purpose, finding them more relatable than her close allies, Donnie or Claire. Meanwhile, Alex and Kayla, tracking the unfolding events from afar, start to realize that Lincoln isn't acting alone. There's a larger network at work. Yet, even with this revelation, they take time to explore their own growing connection. The tension escalates as Claire and Donnie warn Rebecca. Lincoln's presence is too risky. The FBI could capture him, and he would be forced to reveal connections to Rebecca, potentially jeopardizing her anti-Crestbrook mission. Faced with this impossible choice, Rebecca goes to Lincoln's room. Initially, it seems she's there to evacuate him, but in reality, she must carry out the mission, to kill him, as Claire instructed. Lincoln, understanding and resolute, assists in his own death, allowing Rebecca to continue her crusade unimpeded. Alex and Kayla arrive just after the tragic act, finding Lincoln dead. Meanwhile, Rebecca escapes with Donnie, driving toward the next phase of her plan. Lincoln's death is tragic, emotional, and arguably futile. After years of solitary struggle, devotion to Rebecca, and meticulous planning, he meets his end the moment he finally meets the woman he idolized. A stark reminder that sometimes meeting your heroes can destroy your world. Episode 4 of Cross Season 2 is more than just a crime procedural. It's a complex tapestry of moral ambiguity. Who is justified in taking the law into their own hands? Obsession and devotion. Rebecca and Lincoln's tragic romance drives emotional stakes. Family and redemption. Berto's introduction provides hope amidst chaos. Corporate evil. Crestbrook's exploitation serves as a chilling backdrop for the vigilante narrative. This episode masterfully balances action, suspense, and emotional depth while setting up even larger conflicts for the remainder of the season. And that's the full story of Cross Season 2, Episode 4. Lincoln's sacrifice, Rebecca's moral conflict, and Alex and Kayla's relentless investigation make this episode one of the most intense yet. What did you think about Lincoln's death? Was it heroic, tragic, or completely unnecessary? And do you think Rebecca will succeed in her mission, or will Alex and Kayla catch up to her? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss any deep dives into your favorite shows. And if you want, we can do a full recap of the entire Cross Season 2, episode by episode, next.